Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we are bringing Formula 1 2023 cars to the iconic classic circuit of Jerez. Alright, let's head on track here. So this is an iconic track in Formula 1. You used to be able to race on this track in F1 2013 when they had classic cars and it was so much fun, and now here we are taking F1 23 cars around this circuit, which is absolutely fantastic as well. So we're gonna do 10 laps around the circuit because it's pretty quick. I used to call this thing Jerez, which is embarrassing, but very excited to just try and make this happen here. Now it's been forever since I made any laps, so I'm sure I'm going to be a little bit rough to start because yeah, I don't know where my braking zones are for this circuit. It's the Alfa Romeo goes on past now. I do have a DRS button maps. Hopefully that will come in handy here now as we head down towards the very, very heavy braking zone down to second or so and try to stick with that Alpha. I am really, really understeering right there, so that's something got to pay attention to in the Grand Prix. But honestly, I think we can put up a decent pace here. I just gotta get used to the circuit here. Long sweeping left-hander here. We're already almost done the lap. Like I said, it's not a very long and lengthy lap here in Jerez now as we head through the final moments here. But I mean, a really fun circuit. It would be really cool if we could still have it in Formula 1. Obviously, it's never going to happen. But as you head down now towards the final corner, get hard on the brake pedal there. Definitely could probably push my braking zone later than that. But there's a quick lap of Jerez. I think it's time to go take this thing around for 10 laps of racing. Alright then, we're on the grid here, ready to go. Lights out in Jerez. Now it's going to be lights out. We're underway. There's Zhou Guanyu just in front of us here. We're starting dead last, of course, now, and looking for an opportunity to just catch these guys off. And I might try to just go around the outside here into turn one. I think we can make it work. Oh, Russell issues with the Aston Martin right there. I think we made a good choice going around the outside there, as there was already some problems. We got a Red Bull there just in front of us. Looks like it's Max Verstappen. Oh, another Red Bull up there with issues. That's Perez. A bit of a wild start here in Jerez now. Full beans, full gas pedal here as we head down towards the next right-hander, and I'm going to be, oh my goodness, contact between Perez and whoever that was that, I don't know if it was Ocon or Alonso, to be honest with you, but either way, a big moment right there as we head down. Oh, I'm coming in hot. Oh, I'm coming in so hot. You know, that was embarrassing. Take the spot, have it. All right, I'll come get you after. Goodness gracious, that was the low point of my career right there, Formula 1 racing. I mean, that was abysmal now as we head down towards the left-hander. Oh, it's just such a fast-paced circuit. I mean, the amount of G-forces that they'd be pulling in a corner like that, I gotta know what it is now as Perez trying to drive away. I'm trying to run him down. I mean, we got decent pace in this car. I'm not too concerned about getting back to him as we go through the right-hander. I really like this final sector of this circuit. It is so much fun. You are absolutely just simply hauling the mail through the final part of this circuit now. Final turn, and wow, understeer galore. Look in the mirrors. The mirrors are actually horrendous. I can't see if anything's coming or not. But yeah, I mean, so much understeer in that final turn, which is kind of a trend with this car. It does like to understeer a little bit now. But if we can get back into the rhythm here, we can get up here because we have 10 laps of racing, 9 laps to go. Already up into closing in on the points, I should say. So no concerns quite yet. My game crash, I had a pretty rare game crash. They don't happen often in this game, but fortunately we barely got started. So we didn't lose much. We're underway again here in Jerez, and I'm going to do the same approach, and that is staying over on the left side and just passing everyone, you know, around the outside. Seems to be a pretty good strategy as long as we don't run into the back of any cars here. Good heavens, you guys need to sort yourselves out here. I'm just going to keep on doing this right there. Go around the left side. Go around the right side now of the AlphaTauri. That's Yuki Tsunoda on my left. I'm going to pinch him, kind of force him out like a Verstappen kind of move right there. As I keep forgetting this corner, you can just full beans just about into this corner right here, and then you just get this thing going now as we go down this really long straightaway here. Get up to close to 200 miles per hour as now we head into the braking zone right behind George Russell as everyone's very nice and calm and cool and collected until I show up, that is, and I'm going to be the one that spices it up for these guys now. We got to have some fun here, right? I'm going to try and look up the inside. Yeah, that could have gone really, really bad if I would have committed to that. So fortunately, I got smart there and backed out of it. And there's an Aston Martin right there. I can't tell if that's Stroll or Fernando. Oh, nearly into the back of the Alpine as well. These guys are having some checkups early on. I'm trying to show my nose, but oh, the Alpine's going to go wide. Free position, thank you very much. And George Russell struggling a little bit on pace right now. I'm going to try and outbrake him. Who in the world is this? That just came out of nowhere. Good heavens. Did not see that one coming out. There's still an Alpine over there. All right, so that was a really interesting first lap here in Jerez now, as I'm going to try and just stick with these guys. And there goes the Alpine again. Got way more pace than I did there into turn one, and you guys are really getting annoying. You keep on trying to pass me. I got a shot right here to go make the pass on the Alpine, who's going to decide to hit the brake pedal when he did not need to hit the brake pedal. I'm going to force it up the inside, say, hey, that is my position, whether you like it or not. Oh, that car understeers like crazy out of that final turn, but I'm in a P16 now. It's taking a minute to move our way forwards. I don't know exactly where that Alpine is, so I'm trying to take a bit of a defensive line into turn one just to make sure I don't, get taken advantage of, because these AI, man, you give them a hole, they're taking that hole. DRS is enabled. That was a really abysmal corner right there. But we are getting close now. Here in Jerez, you can literally use the DRS wherever you want it, so that is not an issue. We can just do whatever the heck we got to do in terms of the rear wing. So I'm going to use the DRS quite literally everywhere. It took me a couple laps, but we've run down the group cars that we've been, well, trying to run down, and now it's game on. Pretty obvious for that now as we head down towards this final turn, and we're just going to kind of wait here in this final turn, and then it's going to be kind of centered as I keep understeering. The understeer through there, absolutely crazy. I mean, you can't get through there like the AI can, I can tell you that much. They're able to just go for it and whip that car around that corner and have no issues. But now I'm going to run a little bit wide right there as well. They do have just so much better corner exit than I do in the F123 mod, but we are still getting closer, and now it's about to be game on here. I think we're going to have a decent shot to go and fight for some points now, but, it took more laps than I would like to be in this position, but, we got kind of set behind there, and it's all about closing up, and now DRS is enabled for myself on this long straightaway, now that we're within a second of the cars in front, down to second gear. And this first sector, it doesn't seem like to be the spot where I can really make up a whole lot of track position. It's more the final sector where this car kind of really kicks in and gets going, but you see we close in a little bit there on the back of Yuki Tsunoda, but right here is where it starts to get interesting. So we're going to get through this right-hander, then we have another right-hander. This is where it's game on. This is where I really start to kind of find some pace in this car, and through these next couple of right-handers we should be able to get an opportunity to pass Tsunoda right here and catch him off guard somewhere, or he's going to hit the brakes right there on us as well. I'm going to send it though up the inside. Whether he likes it or not, I'm coming in hot, so thank you very much. We got the position there, and somehow we don't go way wide on the exit of the corner. We got a little bit aggressive, got a little bit physical even, but there's one spot down. We don't have a whole lot of racing left here, so we're running out of time pretty quickly here in Jerez, but the goal is points. Can we get points? I think we can still get points. I'm closing in a ton right now on the back of George Russell here through this left-hander. I'm going to understeer a little bit there, but overall still a good little gain right there on the Mercedes driver, and we're going to kind of set him up right here. Honestly, I might go for it. I got into the back of him, so I'm not going to be able to make a move quite yet, but I'm going to kind of back up these corners because then we can set ourselves up for, oh, he keeps hitting the brakes again. They really do like to do that, but I'm going to do the same thing I did to Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, not quite the fashion I was hoping to do it though. That was dirty. That was dirty. But you know what? We're having fun here in R Factor 2. We're up to P14. It has been the same routine basically every lap, where right in the final sector we run down somebody and then we overtake them. But here we go. Let's see if we can do that on the Aston Martin. We kind of know what to expect now, is that right there. They're going to slow up, so this time I backed it up a little bit just so I can make sure I can, kind of do it in a clean manner like this. There we go. Nice clean pass. That's what we were looking for, up to P13. So the thing, though, that the trend is after we make that pass on Alonso there is, we make the pass on somebody in the final corner, and then it takes us the whole lap basically to go run down the next car. I believe Alonso's up my inside. He is definitely up my inside right now, so I'm trying to give him the space. We do get clear, but at what cost? I go way wide right there, but overall we hold the position. Now we can just hammer that gas pedal and just hope for the best here. This corner always throws me off. It looks like it's a way sharper corner than it is, and then I make a bit of an error there, but overall it wasn't that bad. 0.2 of a second ahead of Alonso right now. Look at the time on the bottom right. He is closing in. I'm going to go a little bit defensive here down towards the corner. He's going to go to the left. I see him in the mirror over there, so we stay ahead for now, but we're only going to have a few laps to go. It's going to be 2 laps to go, and we need to gain 3 positions to get points. All I have is 1 lap to go. Once we get back to the line, we have closed in on the back of Valtteri Bottas now. Can we make a move? That's the next question. I would like to try and get 2 drivers in this final sector here but that's going to require going aggressive mode. That was a little bit too aggressive right there on Valtteri, but I'm not lifting. I'm going to go around the outside. What a move right there around the outside. I think there was definitely a little bit of contact with Bottas. We're going to overcook that final turn. That's okay. We just hammer that gas pedal, hope for the best. It's going to be one lap to go here in Jerez, and we have to try and gain 2 positions, but the best we've been able to do is 1 position per lap. So we're gonna have to find something somewhere on this final lap here. Where is it going to happen? That's the question now. We close in on the back of Max Verstappen, who hasn't really gone anywhere. Jerez is already wide open, but I'm not the only one opening it. You can see Verstappen's rear wing was briefly open right there as I braked a little bit early, very early actually now, as we head down towards this long straightaway. I don't like my chances here of getting points now. The AI, not the greatest around Jerez here in R Factor 2, that's for sure, but this car, an absolute blast to drive around this circuit. Got to put it in, you know, the honest truth. It's really a lot of fun to take this car around here. But racing, you know, AI, they're not that great, but here we go. An opportunity maybe to get these guys. It's going to be very, very difficult. I'm going to try and set them up to do a 2 for 1 or something. We got to try something here. I just don't, I don't see it happening now as, Oh, I got to the back of Verstappen. Come on, let's see if I can get him right here. Then never say never. As we go through the right-hander, I'm gonna sneak one up the inside. Oh, there it goes. He's going defensive. I'm going send one up the inside of Ocon. It's Esteban Ocon. I don't mind sending it. Oh my goodness, I tried to keep it clean as I could. It got a little nasty, but we do the 2 for 1. We get points here in Jerez. What a race. Even, you know, AI weren't the most racy, but it was still a lot of fun. And that's going to wrap it up for myself here. F123 cars in Jerez. It's fun, but that's going to do it for me. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.